No, we're about to talk to Nimari Burnett here, and some people think it's Michael Jordan that's in that jump man pose. I think it could be Nimari Burnett.
Really?
We just don't know it yet. We'll talk to him about that. We won't talk to him about that. We'll talk to him about the Sweet 16 coming up as we all head to Louisville as Alabama advances through Birmingham, Louisville, and hopefully Houston. Still ahead, the show being brought to you here by our friends at Vulcan Tire Automotive.
That's who brings you our weekly visits right now with Nimari Burnett and Wendell Green from Auburn. They are presented by Vulcan Tire Automotive. Don't let car trouble interfere with your big basketball plans. For the best in service, the greater Birmingham area, think only of Vulcan Tire and Automotive. 4 locations in Birmingham. Learn more at vulcantireandauto.com. Nimari, what is up, my man? How are you?
How you doing? Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you coming on as always. How cool was Thursday and Saturday playing an NCAA tournament game, but only playing it an hour down the road, place packed with Bama fans. The atmosphere was incredible. How cool was all of that for you guys?
Oh, man, it was absolutely amazing being able to play in front of our home fans. The whole atmosphere of the NCAA mixed with our home fans, it was a great environment. And, we came to play and, did what we had to do.
You guys win by 22 and 23 points in those games, and we were talking about it yesterday. I don't know if you guys have played a complete game in a long time. I mean, you guys are still dominating, which is great, but it doesn't seem like two halves have come together and you guys have hit a ton of threes. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do agree. That's the beauty of defense. We have a lot of length and size, as I've said before. And the first game, we didn't defend to our capabilities. And so, that was the other half of what we didn't do in the second game. We defended better. And so once we put the defense and offense together, then we'll be more complete. And, we're definitely capable of it.
Okay, I've been trying to educate folks since we knew it was San Diego State and Alabama on just how good of a defense San Diego State is. You've seen them on tape now. Tell me what you see with San Diego State.
Oh, they get under you. They switch 1 through 5. Physical, size at the 4 and 5 position, and strength at 1 through 3, strength all across the board. And they play hard, play relentless, and at the same time, so do we. And we're ready to match that physicality and also use our skill as an advantage, and hopefully come out with the win.
Okay, let's pretend I don't know a lot about basketball. What does switch 1 through 5 mean? We're pretending now. I, of course, know what it means.
Yeah, of course, Jim could diagram that.
But for all of us, all the other people out here, what does switch 1 through 5 mean?
I like that. Thank you for asking me about that. So, for example, I'll put it in our terms. Say JQ has the ball, and Charles, in practice, Charles is guarding that same team 5 or the other team's 5. So, for example, say it's JQ and Mark, guarding each other, right? JQ has the ball. Mark is guarding him. Say Charles sets the screen for JQ,
right? And
Pringle guarding Charles. So then once they set that screen, then Pringle is right there, who was guarding Charles before, is now guarding JQ, and that's 1 through 5. So 1 through 1, 1 through 2, 1 through 3, 4 and 5. So positions down the board.
Does that maybe open the door for you guys to get some favorable matchups you would like in that situation? Is that what you try to do at that point?
Exactly. We're searching for the 1 and 5 matchup for Q to, break down and get downhill, get to the rim, or we're, searching for the 5 and 1 matchup where Charles is down there using his size and length to finish over the top. So, and then we have matchups with B Mill, B Mill is 6'9", and, they switch 1 through 3 as well, obviously 1 through 5. So get that switch as well. So we have a lot of things that we can use when it comes to switching 1 through 5 and different ways to attack that defense.
I bet when the guy switches off Brandon Miller, he's like, oh, thank God. Woo! Yeah. I'm glad somebody set a screen on me so I can switch off Brandon Miller. Nimari Burnett joins us each week, courtesy of Vulcan Tire and Automotive, focusing on basketball. Don't forget to keep the focus on your car as well. ASE certified mechanics at Vulcan Tire and Automotive have the winning service for your family's vehicles. Learn more at vulcantireandauto.com. While we're talking about, while we're going in depth on basketball philosophy here, I have seen it attributed to your head coach, Nate Oates, as saying shooting percentage does not determine whether you win or lose. It just determines how much you win or lose by. Can you explain to us what your head coach means by that? Because some people are like, oh, Alabama, they could shoot their way out of a game. Your head coach actually disagrees with that.
I definitely agree with Oates, and that is through and due to our game plan defensively. So defensively, we have the capabilities of, shutting teams out and keeping them below 50, below 60. And, even on a bad shooting night, we can score 60 or 70. So imagine a good shooting night, you get 80, 90s. And then that's when the blowouts happen, 90 to 50 or 80 to 50, 80 to 60, and so forth.
Let me preface this by saying the guy over there, Ryan Brown's got a poster of this guy on his wall, but Charles Bediako, is he the most improved player on this team this year?
I would have to agree. He is definitely the most improved player. The way that he's improved, honestly, throughout the season from the start is amazing to see. And his rim protection, you'd think it couldn't get any better, but it gets better and better. He learns through film and, just repetition. He sees how he can help. And depending on his matchup, too, if he has a shooting five, it's a little bit less help. But if it's a guy who's physical in the post, he can help and be in the paint. And that's what is a big part of our defense and why we're so good defensively. So he's definitely one of the most improved players defensively, and he definitely gives us a pocket threat as far as, JQ getting the ball in a ball screen, or Mark or JB, even B Mill getting the ball screen, and Charles is in the pocket and he can make reads to the, corners or, finish himself. So he's improved all across the board.
I would like to clarify. You are our favorite Alabama basketball player, Nimari. I mean, the poster thing was a joke. You're our favorite. You know that, right?
Much love. No, I appreciate that.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Did want to ask a random question because Dunaway brought up your Jumpman Jordan hoodie. How does the shoe game work? Because I've seen Brian Hodgson on the bench wearing his Pandas. Do you guys can you grab whatever Nikes you want?
That's what it kind of comes down to. Is as long as they're matching colors, they're not, we're wearing black and somebody's wearing pink, or somebody's wearing blue with the black, or, whatever the case may be. That's what we're looking for. So as long as they're Nike or Jordans, and Nike and Jordan has a wide variety of shoes, as you guys know, and they have, in my opinion, the best shoe style. So it goes well. He definitely has a shoe game on the sidelines.
If you happen to have an extra 11 laying around, just let me know. That'll work out fine. No jokes about just an 11, please. So we're heading to the Sweet 16. The other night, Brandon makes this unbelievable defensive play. And then we're coming back down to the other side, and it's a pass out to Brandon. He drains a three. You're known for your defense as well. When you make a defensive play at one end and you're transitioning to the other side, do you feel like you almost deserve that shot? Give it to me. Give me the shot, a chance to drain the three, because it was such a great play at one end, and then he gets the shot, and you knew when he let it go it was going to go in because it was such a great defensive play. As a guy who plays the D and shoots the ball, do you sort of want to see that guard give it back to you?
Oh, most definitely. That's the beauty of our team. Like, we know when a guy makes a huge defensive play, it's like reward him ASAP, And then the other thing is, good basketball, like defense, turns into offense. So you make a big play, you make an energetic play, block, steal, whatever the case may be. Looking to get a run out, get a layup, or dunk, or, a transition three. It fuels the whole pace of the game. If the momentum is on one side, it shifts to the other. So it's a huge play for the whole entire team.
Is there something you would think that would surprise us? No is an acceptable answer here. About participating in the NCAA tournament. Like, we look at it from a fan's point of view. As a player, what might surprise the average fan that is different for you guys in the NCAA tournament?
That's a great question. This probably doesn't really answer your question fully, but one thing that I noticed is when I watched the other NCAA games, especially the ones that were played in Birmingham and we were watching from home, we were like, the court doesn't feel like how it looks on TV.
Interesting.
For some odd reason. Like, I think it's maybe the depth perception, or it doesn't look fully like it, but once you step on there, it feels like everything, like especially the Legacy Arena, everything was dark in the stands, and it was like the lights on the court, and I thought that was really cool. That's really about it. I mean, obviously the stakes are higher. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah. Listen, we've known Nate since he took this job, and I know you're around him a lot. I don't know if I've ever seen him eat like a donut or a piece of cake or any sweet. The guy has zero body fat. Does he ever cheat on his regimen? Does he ever grab a donut?
But behind the scenes, he does occasionally, as we all do. But no, he takes very good care of his body, and we all eat right as a team, and he definitely kind of sets that standard, and he takes care of himself. Like he has workouts the day of a game or before a game, so he's on top of it.
Yeah, but what's your kryptonite? What's the kryptonite that will trip you up in the food game?
It's been tough because it's an easy answer for that right now. Crumble cookies has been our downfall as a team, but in a good way. I mean, honestly, since we've been eating it as a team on road trips,
right,
it's been helping win. So keep the crumble cookies coming. So yeah,
those things are so freaking big.
Not a good lineup this week, by the way.
What, the crumble lineup?
Yeah,
what do they got?
5 new cookies a week. Not a good lineup. That's not for me. Not a good lineup.
No.
It's like raspberry cheesecake or something like
I
that.
agree with you.
I didn't even know they had a weekly lineup.
Oh yeah, that crumble cookie lineup could trip you right up, man. If it's a go one.
So if Nate Oates was to skin off, which I would assume he never would do, like Eric Musselman, I would assume Oates would look better than Musselman looked.
That's
right?
a weird question.
No, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him take off his shirt. Good thing he doesn't take off his shirt. But I think 9 times out of 10 he probably would look better.
Yeah.
By the way, one of us, and I'll let you choose which will be the worst. One of us is the penalty for losing the bracket challenge up here has to do 12-month calendar, probably mostly with his shirt off. Which one do you think would be the worst? And obviously, I'm the answer, right? Because I'm sort of, crumble cookie in the middle.
Hey, why don't you guys give Nimari what the challenges are and see which one he thinks is
Okay.
worse?
Which one is the worst? Okay, Brown, tell him yours.
Okay, so if I lose, I have to go to the Appleton, Wisconsin Testicle Festival. Deep fried testicles. Yes, that's quite the look you just gave me. Yeah.
Okay, if I lose,
I think that's the worst, but keep it.
He says, I'll stop you there.
Okay, let me let you know first, I cannot sing. I've never written a song, but I've got to write an original country song. I've got to record it. I've got to perform it live on stage somewhere, and then I've got to do a music video for it.
Noted.
Yeah. And then mine is, if I lose, it's a 12-month calendar. We'll sell for charity. They dress me up each month. For instance, in February, I'll have a bow and arrow and a diaper on, and that's it, as Cupid. And then there'll be 11 other monthly things. So,
See, okay, I'm going to break everything down. I think the country thing would be funny. It would be hilarious. So it wouldn't be terrible. It would be more funny than like bad. Man, the first one really got me. The
Testicle Festival? Yeah.
What?
I'm going to switch 1 through 5 when I'm there, though. Don't worry.
I really feel like you guys dressing them might win it.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I think the ideas that you guys have come up with would be hilarious.
yeah. My wife agrees with you, by the way, and she has seen it without clothes on before, so she knows how these guys don't know how bad it's going to be. She has seen it for 24 years.
Chewed gum, Nimari, chewed gum.
All right, so is the crumble cookie, is it every crumble rock star? They're all the same?
No, it's a lineup every week.
Well, I know, but is it the same store?
I think it goes differently in different
okay. Well, never mind.
parts of the country. But Alabama, I'm sure the Alabama ones are all the same.
Sea salt. Here's what I got, Nimari. Sea salt toffee.
I would try that.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, lemon poppy seed. That sounds like an awful cookie.
No.
Monster, which has got the M&Ms in it.
I do that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Texas sheet cake, warm cakey chocolate cookie with fudge glaze and crunchy toasted pecans.
Too much.
Oh,
I
he
can
says
do
no
that.
to that.
No. Raspberry cheesecake.
No.
Or classic pink sugar cookie.
The classic pink is good because it comes cold.
Yeah.
Damn, Rockstar, you got a subscription to this?
We got one by the house.
Rush, you played. I did not know you were running for Nate Oates. I didn't know you played. So I mean,
You can't go wrong with the classic pink sugar. Honestly, it's not a good lineup. Like you said, it's not good this week.
Okay.
All right.
We'll call ahead to Louisville and see if
Yeah.
they'll change the lineup for you guys since you're coming to town as the 1 seed.
I'm sure Crumble will do an Alabama-oriented lineup to get you guys to Houston. Nimari, thank you very much for the time, man. Best of luck in Houston. We look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you. See you guys soon.
You too, buddy. Best of luck in Louisville. Was not flashing ahead to Houston, but it still stands. All right. Nimari brought to you by Vulcan Tire Automotive. Do not let car trouble interfere with your big basketball plans this March. For the best in service in the greater Birmingham area, think only of Vulcan Tire Automotive. 4 locations in the Birmingham area. Learn more at vulcantireandauto.com.